In Shrewsbury Township, last Wednesday, you all hear me? Last Wednesday in Shrewsbury Township, our Board of Supervisors conducted a hearing regarding the expunging 3 ordinances dealing with the management of sludge under a threat of legal action or a lawsuit by the Attorney General's office. These were not prohibiting sludge, they were assuring that it was done in such a way, if there is such a way, that would have the least impact on our citizens. Our citizens, who are well-mannered for the most part, well thought out, professionals in many ways, farmers, they testified, I guess there was 25 or so, and they testified to the fact that children could not go out and play in their yard, that they were experiencing health problems, that their property values were in decline. They consistently testified to these various problems relating to the spreading of sewage sludge in Shrewsbury Township. The Attorney General had one of the assistants did come and listen to the testimony without comment, but she was there. She heard all this. I hope she takes it back to Tom Corbett and they have a change of attitude. In fact, we did expunge the 3 ordinances, so our citizens are now defenseless. We are told that DEP has full control and a monopoly on managing and regulating sludge. Local governments have none. So in effect, the Attorney General was telling us that you can't do anything, and that basically you just come under the control of the state, and their regulations are not, of course, they're 20 years behind the science, they're not protecting us. So where does that leave our citizens? The only thing we can do, the most effective we can do, is with Act 38, either amended so local governments do have control, simply by adding, if you will, a stipulation that these are the minimum requirements to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the state, and local governments who are closest to the people can enact regulations which exceed these at our risk, and we have to be responsible in that regard.
Good morning. Thank you guys all for coming. As I was introduced, I am an environmental attorney coming out of Washington, D.C., and I'm also a chemical engineer. So I've done a lot of work with both the legal and the technical aspects of sewage sludge in Pennsylvania and in Virginia and some in Maryland as well. We are all here, including myself, because we question the idea that the best use of Pennsylvania citizens' tax dollars, or even a reasonable use of Pennsylvania citizens' tax dollars, is to file lawsuits against the elected representatives of the people of these local governments simply because they have listened to the concerns of their townspeople. That makes no sense at all when the only thing that they have the power to do is pass an ordinance that attempts to protect the health and well-being of its citizens. And to put this in context, and I know I'm going at the end of a long list of people that have put this in context, but we're talking about the land application of sewage sludge, and we're also talking about CAFOs. The land application of sewage sludge has serious human health side effects and risks. Number one, there are toxic gases, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia that's released from these land application sites and also released from CAFOs. There are human pathogens, including MRSA, and bacteria and all these other pathogens that can irritate the lungs, that can cause infections and cause all kinds of health effects. There are also inflammatory pathogens, that is dead bacteria that form endotoxin that can cause an inflammatory reaction in the lung that can be fatal to a person who has this inflammatory reaction. In addition to the human health concerns, there's also environmental concerns. There are phosphorus levels in sewage sludge that exceed the agronomic rates for the crops that they're applied to. There are industrial chemicals that go through sewage treatment, and we've heard about those all today. We've got signs about those. PCBs, dioxins, heavy metals.
Located in Schuylkill County, if you're familiar with that. Pennsylvania has become a dumping ground in every state around us. It's about time we tell our legislators that we're tired of it. I have 6 children. I live in the east end of a farm where a gentleman's spreading this. 6 children, not one allergy, not one health problem. How long will that continue when I have all this sludge, dust, blowing across my property and my small farm? We're in a battle right now. We have great supervisors. They're willing to go to bat for us. We're in connection with Ben here. Hopefully we can get something done. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ben Price. I'm with the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund. We're based in Chambersburg. And I think I know most of the people in the room here. I've met and talked with most of you over the past number of years because you've called our office and asked us, quite frankly, just to be honest, as the last resort. What can the Legal Defense Fund do? Because we've asked our local officials. They've turned to our solicitor. Our solicitor's told them it is beyond your authority to actually live up to your oath of office. When they take their oath of office, they say that they swear to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the residents of their community and their community. And then they're told by preemptive state law and laws like Act 38 that they're not allowed to actually live up to that oath of office, that they don't actually represent the people in their community who elected them, that in fact their job is to enforce state law, to oversee the folks in their community and explain to them why they can't have what they think they need as self-governing people.